I liked all the characters. I really liked how they felt like real human beings. Like I didn't think there's a single superfluous character in the entire show. It was like everyone had a plot point. They all fit into it fairly well. I don't think any characters were really wasted. Maybe you could have combined this character with that character type of thing, but I don't think there was a single wasted character.
Yeah, I'm dead on about the cast. No pun intended, but it may be the first film I saw Jason Isaac.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean, I think it's 97. I'm trying to think if he was in anything before that. I don't think so. Maybe The Patriot, which I might have to look up the years to. Yeah. It's one of the earliest films that I saw him in, and I didn't even know. I mean, he wasn't a big deal at that point. He hadn't been in Harry Potter, certainly. So, and just there's something about characters and the way they get established in this movie that it's one of those rare things, like Aliens when they introduced the crew, The Thing, cast up in the Antarctica. You feel like these characters have really lived a life together and have shared experiences. Shorthand. I love that everybody reacts when it's actually Jason Isaac's character. They're saying their roles, and it comes to him, and he's just like, trauma, and they all kind of start laughing. Or just like you just have this idea that there's in jokes and relationships. It's a familial sense that this crew has, like they've shared experiences and conversations together, and the world feels lived in. It's kind of the opposite, I would say, from Alien Romulus, where I felt like these were just actors with name tags. Like I didn't feel like those characters, like they gelled in the same manner. Whereas in like the first Alien, this is one of those kinds of casts, and probably because they're a little bit older. They're a little bit older actors, and they have a little more experience under their belt. Also, I like that, unlike horror movies, like most of the characters make reasonable decisions when they're when they're not ensorcelled. I mean, I guess the movie does have a little trump card they can play when they want a dumb decision to be made. There's even the moment where Peters, it zeroes in on her pupil and it becomes the Event Horizon core in her eye, and it's like, well, okay, now she's going to make unreasonable decisions and follow her child because it's kind of got her in its grip. But otherwise, it was, if Smitty's like, I'm not even setting foot on that ship.
Yeah.
and nobody even, then they don't even listen to Weir. It's like, he's like, F this ship, right? So he basically gets to that point. He's like, we're out. Like, characters don't make a whole bunch of the routine. And the only reason they go back for things like the scrubbers is because they have to. Like the plot has reasons for why they run around and get caught. Yep. And it doesn't feel like a cheesy teen running around and just waiting to die movie. So Sam Neill, great performance. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Have you seen In the Mouth of Madness?
No, I haven't.
Probably like similar quality, similar vein, John Carpenter movie.
Okay.
And worth seeing in October if you're on a Sam Neill kick. And the airlock scene, I think, still kind of gets me. That's just the one, as far as tension building goes. I remember seeing it for the first time and not knowing if it was going to open, not knowing what was going to happen to his body, and the way other characters like Miller are playing it. Like he's like, I have to stay cool, just like an emergency rescue person. He's just like, hang on. He's how it felt like the way a situation like that would really be handled.
Yes.
And yet so anxiety building. We hope you enjoyed this snack-sized taste of Popcorn Theology. Check out the full episode using the link in the description. Subscribe on YouTube for more content. Follow and interact on social media to share with others. And remember, you are not a mindless consumer.